Alright guys, it's me Warrior Punk and welcome to part 2 of the Mecha update. In this video I'm going to talk about the 3 new weapons that have just been released in full detail, and I'm going to express my opinions of them. So, let's start with the Rescue Ranger shotgun for the engineer. The stats are: on alt fire it uses metal to pick up buildings from a long range, and it fires a special bolt that can repair friendly buildings. What I think of that is very interesting indeed. It's basically very situational. If you see one of either your building or a friendly building getting under attack, you can pick up your building from a faraway distance to save it, and you can fire the bolt at a friendly building being under attack to save it as well. So it's like a long range wrench in a sense. And the downside of the weapon is when you have your building in your hands, you are marked for mini crit. And the weapon has generally less ammo than the normal shotgun. It has 50% less max primary ammo, and it's 34% less clip size, so it only has 4 in the clip. What do I think of the weapon? Like I said before, it's very situational. I like to think of it as a long range wrench. The actual bolt does hurt people, obviously. It can pin people towards as well. It's a bit like, what I like to think of it is, it's basically the Crusader's crossbow for the engineer, and the bolt is like a wrench, and you can also pick up buildings, but that's just a side thing. I haven't really used that properly, but I can see how it can be useful. You can save your sentry. Okay, let's move on to the loose cannon now. The stats are: it fires a cannonball instead of grenades, and the cannonballs have a fuse time of 2 seconds. The fuse can be primed to explode earlier by holding the alt fire key. Yes, so you can basically hold down the alt fire, and that will change how long the fuse time for the grenades are. So you can hold it down and it will explode quicker if you hold it down for longer, or you can just fire it normally without holding it down at all, and it will roll on the floor. And you can try and experiment of which is good. So if you see an enemy that is mid-range, you can hold it down for I'd say half the time, and it will explode in mid-air. Yeah, and the other stats are: the cannonballs do not explode on impact like the slot grenade launcher, but instead it does push players back and it will hurt them. So it's a bit like the force of nature. You can fire the grenade and it will push back the players, which is pretty useful. You can pretty much knock soldiers out of the sky with it. And another thing about the weapon is it's 50% less damage on contact with surfaces. Not really sure what that means. I think it means that it doesn't do that much damage if it's running on the floor, or it's bounced on the wall or something like that. I don't know. I think it's that. Right, and last but certainly not least, the most unique weapon of this year in my opinion, is the Vaccinator Mehdi Gun for the medic. The stats are plus 50% ubercharge rate, so it go up quicker when you're charging people, and it has a minus 66% overheal rate, so it won't overheal people quick enough. No, less quick. Is that even a word? I don't even know. Right, and what makes this weapon so unique is it's got a special attack feature by using the middle mouse button, and you can scroll through different types of resistance. So you can have a fire resistance, a bullet resistance, and an explosive resistance on the healer. So when you're healing someone, and let's say you have fire resistance on your cycle, the healer will be less vulnerable. Will be less vulnerable to fire. When you are healing someone normally, and you have your target will be 10% resistant to the selected damage type already, so that's a plus. And another plus is once you ubercharge the player, they'll be 75% resistant on the selected damage type you've done. You are also healed for 25% when you are matched with the incoming damage. The ubercharge rate is different to the slot one. It hasn't got 1 to 100, it's been split into 4 sections, so you can deploy each section at a time, or you can hold it down and deploy all of it. Yeah. It's a mouthful. This weapon is very complicated to talk about because it's so different to the other Mehdi guns. I love it. I think it's very good in MVM and also in normal gameplay as well. Oh, so that's that, guys. Oh, right. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the video, please drop a like, it would be very much appreciated. I'll see you later.